In my video about twin flame differences, I was mentioning that some twin flames come from different cultures, different countries, different continents. So distance can be a thing in the twin flame journey. However, is that a big problem to keep twin flames apart? Well, of course, the distance doesn't have to be as literally coming from another continent. It could just be a couple of 100 miles, or maybe even not that much, but you don't have a car or any means to get to the other person on a regular basis. Yeah, distance can be an issue, but you shouldn't see it as a blockage that can keep you apart permanently. I was just looking at some twin flame groups in Facebook, and I noticed one person saying, yeah, a big blockage is distance. First of all, please stop using the word blockage when we want to manifest something, because that in itself is a manifestation. You know, our thoughts, our assumptions, they do manifest, and holding on to the assumption that distance is a problem will keep on manifesting in distance being a problem and something that won't be overcome. But the twin flame journey is all about overcoming obstacles that are more on the inside and then get changed on the outside as well. The twin flame journey, and that is how you would recognize a true twin flame, is about doing shadow work, about spiritual awakening and ascension, about connecting to the divine. And that does not mean that you now start talking to angels. It can be your gut feeling that you learn to trust more, or that inner voice that guides you. It can show up in multiple ways. But the more you awaken and the more you ascend, the more you realize that you are the creator of everything. What you call 3D is nothing but a projection of your beliefs, your assumptions, your programs within you. So if you hold on to negative programs like the twin flame differences, like, well, there is the age gap, so we can't get together. I mean, we're talking hopefully about consenting adults, and we're talking about, adult, I mean, energetically you become an adult when you hit like your 30s, and when you're 25, then your brain is fully developed. So we're not talking about the 20-year-old and the 60-year-old when your brain is not really developed yet. I mean, this journey, it is a hard journey, so there is some maturity required. I do have a video on that. But we're talking about adults, so there is an age gap, yes, but if you make that to a big issue, that is what's getting mirrored back to you. And I have videos on the twin flame age gap. Everything around you is your projection, which you can use to show you what are my own limiting beliefs. Do I see the age gap as a big problem? Do I see religious differences as a big problem? Do I see the distance as a big problem? If we see those problems, again, we do manifest them to stay, because the universe thinks we want to experience whatever we are fixed on, whatever we focus on. If we focus on problems, the universe that doesn't judge, that doesn't know pleasant or unpleasant, it only knows experience. The universe will think you want to make the experience of problems. If you constantly think about how to fix problems, the universe will think, oh, you like fixing problems, good, we give you more problems so that you can always fix problems. That's your thing, right? You like fixing problems. We got plenty. What you can do instead is learn to trust in the divine, or your higher self, spirit, universe, however you want to call it. It's twin flame journey. There's a saying in manifesting, when you have a heart's desire and you meet a person in real life, but it could be online, but you meet a person, you form this connection, and you can see yourself being with them vividly. That automatically means that the timeline where you experience that, it already exists. Your imagination is nothing but connecting to the Akashic records, you could say, where that version of you already exists, living with your person. So what we want to do, well, it's basic manifesting. Neville Goddard said we get into the state of the wish fulfilled, which means you stop trying to figure out how you can move to your person or they can move to you if there's different countries. And we know there's like this 3D stuff like visas and green cards and that kind of stuff. You stop worrying about that. Instead, you let the universe fix the problem. As I said, if you focus on the problem, you will keep that problem active because you constantly put energy into it. If you want to get over that problem, you need to draw away your energy, your focus, your attention from it. And where do you draw your energy instead? Well, you either see yourself living with them or them living with you, or you find a new place where you live happily together. If you can imagine it vividly, it means it already exists and you're just connecting to the Akashic records. You could say an imagination is nothing but a memory from a parallel universe where that version of you already has it, which means it is absolutely possible for you to get there, but not if you keep focusing on the problem. You don't have to find a solution. I always tell my clients it's like a navigation system. You type in where you want to go and you let that navigation system find the best route, because nowadays they're connected to satellites. It knows more than you. It knows where is a traffic jam right now, where is a construction site. It knows the perfect way. It knows the best way for you, and you just trust that little thing in your car or in your phone to find the best way for you. And that's the same thing with the universe. You type in your end goal. So you imagine being with your person. You're happy together. You can script it. You can affirm it. You can visualize it. You can daydream about it. I do have a playlist about different techniques of manifesting. It really doesn't matter which technique you choose. The importance is persistence, doing it daily, and staying on a mental diet the rest of the time. So you cannot visualize being with your person and then start wondering, but how is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? That is like ordering something and then canceling it right away and waiting for it to come. Not going to work. So you just imagine being with your person. If you don't know exactly where you want to live, I have a client that had that problem. It was not living on different continents. It was living, I don't know, like an hour or so apart. And now her being pregnant, they want to move in together and she doesn't want to move to where he lives and vice versa. So I said, well, if you cannot make up that decision, your inner self knows. Just let your inner self guide. You already know what you want. You may not want exactly what place you want to move to, like what city you want to move to, but you already know other stuff. You know we have a child on the way, so you know you want to have a place that is big enough. You want a place that is in a specific budget. You want a place where you have other children around. You want a place where there's a kindergarten or school your child could go to. You want a place where there's a supermarket maybe nearby. You want a place where there's amazing neighbors. There is things you already know, even if you don't know everything. Affirm that. Tell the universe, that is what I want to know. My apartment or house looks like this. It is more rural. It is more in the city. Neighbors are like this. It costs that much. It's about that big. It's a quiet, or it's more like a fun neighborhood. Whatever you want. You already know some things. Focus on that. And the universe can do the rest, because the universe knows the perfect place for you. You just have to step out of the way and then follow your inspired action. And it's the same thing when you live far apart. You just imagine already being with your person and let the universe handle when and how it's going to happen. And the universe knows the best possible route. If you imagine being with your person, or you script it or visualize it or affirm it, you daydream, whatever your technique, for your subconscious mind it is going to be real in that moment. Your subconscious mind does not know what's the difference between reality or your imagination. For your subconscious mind it is real, so you can reprogram your subconscious mind, not your conscious mind. I like to use the image of imagining to eat an orange. Your conscious mind knows I'm not really eating that orange. For your subconscious mind, it is so real that your body is actually producing saliva. So you don't want to tell your conscious mind, tell yourself you're with that person. We want your subconscious mind to believe it. And your subconscious mind believes you everything if you simply imagine it often enough. Every thought you think many times turns into an assumption. I've heard like 10,000 times, when you do affirmations like a couple of times a day for just a couple of minutes, it doesn't take more than, I don't know, do the math, a week or so to have your 10,000 thoughts. Yes, it does take persistence, but the universe can get you there. If you have a heart's desire, it automatically means the universe can fix that for you or do that for you. So just let the universe do it. It's not your job. Your job as a human being is to decipher what you want to experience, get into the state of having it by visualizing, imagining having it. And the universe is going to make it happen for you. You don't have to do it. I mean, there is something called inspired action, which means you may get an impulse to do something that will bring you to your goal, but you don't fight for it. You don't have to worry about fixing the problem. So stop talking about blockages if you want them to go away. When you talk to your friends, talk about the solution. How good it feels to be with your person. How glad you are everything turned out right. How amazing it is that you or your person got that visa and you can finally be together. How amazing it is that you got the money to travel to the other person or to make that move happen. Isn't it wonderful to wake up next to my person every day and to experience this true love connection? Assumptions like this, thoughts like this. You can have mental conversations with your person as if they were there, with your best friend, telling them how wonderful it is now that your person is there. And again, for your subconscious mind, it is going to be real, and for the universe, it will be setting the direction. It will be like setting the navigation system, and you will get there. I wish you fun with that. If you need help, well, then you can reach out. You know where to find me. I am available for personal coaching. Check out my other content. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon. I'm sorry it's getting loud out there, but I'm about to be finished. Make sure you share this video to help the Twin Flame Collective to rise. And I do see you in another video or in a personal coaching. And if this video helped you a lot, then you can help me if you would like and leave a little tip. My PayPal is below. And I do see you in another video or in personal coaching. Until then, I do wish you all the best now. Bye-bye.